started the series today. I will show this though, because we know what can happen with KT. It is game 5, time for casters to take it away.
Thank you so much, Law and the Spaceman. Yes, remember, don't get...
This is over.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think you can...
watched what KT just did in that fourth game and how they came back and how tough of a game that was. I think you could be pretty... But the early games have not gone well. Lehends has not looked himself, and yet they still are able to clutch it out. And that is KT twice in best of fives already this year in playoffs. Yeah.
Veigar. Oh, the Veigar comes in. This is one of Bdd's all-time favorites. Gonna be locking in.
I mean, there's not really any limiting factors here. Kiin gets the opportunity to pick the Renekton here in this final game. It was one of the picks that he was kind of a liability on last time these two teams met up. It hasn't been his best day on the pick.
It'll really be Daejeon.
The most Daejeon at that point. As Oner's gonna be able to take the first Drake. Successfully does so here as Bdd looking to try and take this control ward. Will get snared once again. And Faker not going to get balefully struck. And now there's the flash forward from Cuzz. They get the stun. Ulti comes through there as the Pop Blossom's going to come down as well. They're trying to catch the Poppy, but he's so incredibly durable, but so's Faker. He just moves his way out, and now it's Oner who's just slashing it up. And that's going to be first blood onto Cuzz, and maybe another one as the fear comes in. Another Baleful Strike is going to miss. So eye poking poked momentarily as there's a Hex Flash over. Paranoia comes down. Poppy going to steal this one away as it's the flash forward. And Cuzz is going to find it with the Keeper's Verdict, but the Pop Blossom's decent. Kiin, a big crocodile. And Zeus, oh, the Dark Matter not enough to kill him. And Kiin somehow limps away. He started. Cuzz going to waltz on in. Let's see whether T1 are going to be able to lock this one down. Yeah, he's just going for the flash. And there it is. The cage comes down. The quickness is so good, but the Pop Blossom's going to be there. Massive damage as the Poppy is going to go down. Oner gets into the backline, gets the fear onto Aiming. It's a double for Faker and one for Oner. And T1 clap back.
I mean, this is practically flipping the game on trying to hard engage on a Nocturne who's got
up into a 5v5 at a moment's notice. Depends what Cuzz wants to do here. Keeper's Verdict going to get channeled. Not going to find Keria as the Paranoia comes in. That was close. Down to 2 health as now they're just trying to escape. Oh, the Pop Blossom doesn't get him because Lehends battle dances away, and now Aiming's going to explode. Kiin gets into the backline, but Faker's kept alive by Keria. And no one's going to die.
And a lot of cooldowns being used there.
Faker has the Pop Blossom up and available. Kiin flashes over, looks for Oner as he pops the Paranoia. Quickness comes in, doesn't find the real Faker though, as now Zeus gets into the backline, and maybe a flanking Mini-Gnar is going to be enough. As now Pop Blossom flying forward, blinds just the air. As Faker is still in a safe position. The event horizon goes down, the Drake getting confused about who it wants to fight. And Zeus is still flanking. A real fight, not really popping off just yet. As Kiin, behind this wall, has a massive amount of fury, wants to find Oner. And Oner wants to find him. The health bar is very low as now Cuzz gets the smite. They're going to leave the Crocodile for this Nocturne, and Bdd's going to go down as well. So T1 grab a couple of kills. Yeah.
What about Cuzz?
Yeah, Cuzz could definitely be frustrating here as Keria is going to flash the wall. He's going to get it. He steals it! In game 5, Cuzz gets over the wall. They both die. Yeah, right, it's another 2 kills.
Is it actually going to end up and getting that bottom side turret? And then this is Cuzz's steal, which buys him some time in this game here. And he's just calling to get everybody out here, and it will be 2 kills going over, so
Prage is in the chat.
Yeah, Prage is in the chat, and game not saved yet. Narbar ready for this.
Yeah, Lehends caught on a flank here as well as KT teleport Kiin in. There's a grand entrance. Keeper's Verdict comes down, and Cuzz doesn't find anything with it. That is going to be the Drake secured here by T1. That's sole point. That Chemtech Drake, that healing and shielding, not going to be coming in here, but now T1 are looking for even more. Oner made things dark just before, so Paranoia, not something that KT has to deal with, and they do have a cage to block this approach. will be able to find an outer turret at least.
Great use of the terrain there in the zone denial that Poppy and Veigar provide as we're not done.
Yeah, Kiin gonna have to dash his way out. Event Horizon comes down again, breaks his stopwatch. Is now Gumayusi getting flanked, but they're still gonna be able to do so much damage to Kiin. He's taken down, and now Cuzz is having to flash to get himself the heck out of there. Aiming doesn't press his R button, but T1 are still pressing forward, and they are gonna be able to take this outer turret. That is a 4 for T1, and this gold lead is starting to get ridiculous.
Yeah, they could just go do Baron now, and Cuzz has no ultimate. Kiin is dead for 30 seconds. Bdd does have teleport. He's just going to stick around in the area. They have to hope. He's got Smite set up here with Flash. Maybe the double Smite steal.
Yeah, Keria looking for a ward as Hex Flash to try and get him in there. Pop Blossom gonna go awry once again. And there it is. The flash in comes forward. Can they secure the battle? Oh, what the hell? 2-in-1 game. Are you insane? They kill the Nocturne.
You're this far behind.
Okay.
As look at Bdd unsealed. They have no vision and paranoia.
Okay.
He goes in first.
Beto.
It's crazy.
It's
Oh
it's
my
also
goodness.
the Zeri W that kills Nocturne there.
I mean,
ends
that's
up
what
being
secures
enough.
it, right? Because it means he's the only smite in
That same Hullbreaker side lane threat that we were kind of hoping for. He has a stopwatch. They've stacked them up for the soul fight potentially.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
That's a flash onto Gumayusi, who immediately cleanses. And the wild growth comes through as well. He's still trying to fight this one out. Understands that the Poppy doesn't have that flash available anymore. And he's angry. Doesn't want to have to press his summoner spells.
And they got the wild growth as well.
Lens and Wild Grove now gone. Flash and Featherstorm still available.
All right, teleport to come in from Kiin, but this Drake is going down extraordinarily quickly. Paranoia comes through. That is going to be Chemtech Soul. As Cuzz not really going to find anything. Gumayusi is just going nuts. And there's the quickness, but a 4-man Pop Blossom from Faker, and Cuzz is going to go down still. Faker may follow, and Kiin is kind of massive. He slices his way out of the fight, and Aiming, he can't fight anymore either. Bdd trying to mega cone his way out, and Kiin dives into the backline. I don't know about that one. And KT, can you escape is the question, because that's what you're going to need to do. As Bdd stays alive, okay, there's a flash forward, and Aiming takes matters into his own hands. He's still got the GA. Zeus is going to be taken down for the triple. And it's Aiming, the one that saves this game for KT.
Oh, it's a pretty close game now, isn't it? Chemtech Soul picked up, and they might lose everyone for this.
Oh, the extendo beam, not enough. The speed up pass, like you remember that killer instinct against this very team. As now Paranoia is going to come in. The keeper's burning, and the steal from Oner. Every single Baron has been stolen away. And this time, T1, they get away with everyone. Oh my God, this series, it is just ridiculous.
Three stolen in the final game here.
Really ridiculous. And I wonder, like, do you even...
Here we go.
Okay, we're going to look for it. There's a flash out from Keria to deny Cuzz his heroic entrance.
Faker on the flank.
All right, it's T1 that have started this. Keeper's verdict goes completely wide. Faker, like you say, looking for that flank angle. They flash. They try to get in there. Zeus is going to flash out, though. And now the Pop Blossom gets in. Now the dive comes through, but Aiming is still alive. Zeus is down incredibly low. This Elder as well is going to be taken by Cuzz. What the heck? And now the Dragon's Wrath is wrought on T1. Plans will be taken down, and I cannot handle this series. Who even won that fight? Aiming's going to be able to walk away from it. And with Elder in tow, can they actually win the game?
I mean, they lost so many that I don't think they can end here straight up, but they are going to push mid here, and Guma is still alive. He's going to be able to do a decent amount of damage to try to defend, but if he dies, there's a real world where maybe KT just end this right now. He's got GA as well.
It's so hard to push down against the Zion.
It's a flash forward as Gumayusi is going to go up into the sky. Cuzz will be taken down, and Gumayusi is going to hold on. But just doing it again. All right, 5
Aiming
seconds.
still has Elder buff. He still has Elder buff for this fight.
Just Aiming.
And he is the main one.
He's on his way.
He has his flash as well. As the cage comes in, Pop Blossom down, not going to find Aiming, but is it going to be enough? As the Paranoia gets into the backline, Aiming going to be able to take down the Nocturne, and he has his GA. Zeus now finds the Nocturne. Aiming is dead. T1, they may have done it as Cuzz is trying to run for the hills. Bdd and Lehends know that there's no way to stop this Baron.
That might be it! And Zeus, he stops Aiming from getting away out of his GA. He's got flash. If he gets out there and does enough damage, maybe they can turn it, but he perfectly times the push into the wall. And Aiming will die, and I think KT's chances of going to the finals have died with him. Bdd still alive here. He's got this death cap. He's got a ton of damage here. He's gonna have a dream. I just don't think there's enough that he can do here. Aiming up in 25.
Yeah, the front door was open. They leave the Baron. There's a flash forward from Gumayusi. The cage is down. Bdd avoids the feather storm, and it does not matter. Gumayusi grabs the double. The Nexus turret will be taken down, and T1 will deny the reverse sweep. And they'll meet Gen.G again tomorrow and qualify for the World Championship.
This team did not come into playoffs as a favorite. This team came in as massive underdogs. People were talking about this team falling before Faker was injured, and then when he returned to the Rift, people said, okay, well, he's back. The team is playing better, but Faker's still not up to par. He still is not going to bring this team to finals. The doubters, the naysayers, they were always there. But KT are defeated in a close nail-biter 5th game here as T1 clutch it out, and they're going again to another finals against Gen.G. Run from it, hide from it. It's always Gen.G T1 here in the LCK.
Always T1 Gen.G. Doesn't matter if it's international, doesn't matter if it's national. These two teams will meet. And man, did they have to work for it. 3 stolen Barons, 1 flipped Elder.
Everything. And the last Baron wasn't even taken. So every Baron or Elder in that game was taken by the team that did not start it.
And T1, they did it against all odds here. They were the underdogs in this series by predictions. I know every T1 fan out there believed before today, and they would say they were not the underdogs, they were the favorites, but they were heavily predicted against here tonight. And KT, they didn't show up in games 1 and 2, but I'll be damned if they didn't show up in games 4 and 5, where they really clutched out coming back, but it still wasn't enough in the final game. And preventing a reverse sweep, that is often harder than the reverse sweep itself, and they do it.
Yeah.
So the celebrations are absolutely deserved.
Faker gives the thumbs up, and man, his back must feel pretty rough after that last game because he was so good. Gumayusi just looking pretty cool, calm, and collected, to be honest.
If I got 2 nickels for every time Gumayusi carries a Game 5 against KT in a very important best of 5 by winning a fight that he shouldn't win, I'd have 2 of them this year. And I don't know what it means, and
I don't know, Faker's Pop Blossoms were pretty good that series as well.
Zeus also in the side lane, the macro. Yeah. But also T1, I mean, they did everything they could. They did everything they could, but it ultimately wasn't enough, gentlemen. And it's a heartbreaking loss for an org that once again comes up short here. They are the first team to ever go undefeated in round robin 2 and not win LCK Summer.
Yeah, there has to be a first time for everything, and it just feels very KT that they're the first one to break the blessing. But T1 coming up from the ashes, honestly, they were 5th at the end of this season, and they dragged themselves up 5 games against KT both times here in the playoffs.